Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. So, you will notice if you look at the top right corner, our bank balance has gone down drastically, and there's a good reason for that. So, the dealership very kindly loaned us a class tractor. Well, it's a tracked tractor, so they've said that we can borrow that to see whether we like it and whether it'll be something that we could possibly purchase in the near future. So we've got that for free on a demo. But the drill, we've had to lease that ourselves. So we've leased a drill, and we also have 2 bags of seed next to said drill. And we're going a bit all over the place here. 2 bags of seed with the drill and 2 bags of fertilizer. So we'll just turn into here, and I think we can do our usual trick. Let's just leave our pickup here for now. So if we turn that off and get out, we'll have to get into the forklift. Let's turn this on. It's always a lot easier working in cab with these, especially for jobs like this. Right, we're going to put the 2 bags of fertilizer in and the 2 bags of seed. So the fertilizer, we'll always use this, whether it's in a contract or what. So I've got no problems buying more fertilizer than what we actually may need. So has that got that bag? No. Right, let's try again, shall we? There we go. So we can now tip these into the top of our drill. We just want to pull it up. Then wait till we see. There we go. So that's definitely 1 bag emptying into there. If we drop it down a bit more, it may push it for the second bag to empty. So I think it's just that left bag that was emptying then. So is this one going to? Is the trigger just to there? The hopper, I should say. There we go. Now we've got that second one going. With that now in, we can look to go get some seed, which that's around this side. So we'll go pick this up. So we're just getting this seed put in now. We need to really have a think about of what we're going to put in, because the first field that we did, well, the only field that we've been able to harvest this year was a wheat field. So we can, if we want to, we can do a second wheat. But I don't really want to do that. So after wheat, it is always barley. So I would think barley into that field, and then we can put, I would say, canola into the top field. That's my thoughts, anyways, just to make sure that we've got a bit of variety. But what we will have to do is let's find canola first. We'll have to drill the canola first, purely because canola likes to go in when the soil temperature is warm. So to give it the best chance possible, we want to get that into the ground first. So we'll take a right here, and then a left. It's almost like doing a bit of a slalom. And then we will start on this field just up the top. And like I say, that will go into barley, so that will give us a field to bale as well come the harvest. And then up here we don't have to bale this one. We do also need to get the grass in, so it could be a very busy episode doing lots and lots of drilling. But it's a 9 metre drill is this, so this should prove very, very handy for us. But we will do a headland first. It's not the best thing to do, but I think we'll get away with it. We can say that because we're doing it with a tracked machine, we're getting away with it, not so bad. So let's turn it on, drop it down, and yeah, we will get this field done, which I don't think it should take too long, especially with 9 metres. It all depends on how quickly this can go. wasn't sure how I felt about this track tractor when it was offered to us, but I love it. I think it's a brilliant thing. It's so manoeuvrable as well. Turning these corners, we can do these so sharp. The only thing I would say it needs is a bit more power. This is the biggest engine, and I think to pull this drill it's 270 horsepower, and we are 285. So yes, we're only just over what we need, but a bit more power in this machine, it would have been amazing. But I'm going to guess that with it being an old machine that's just lost a few horses in its time. But this drill is brilliant. The only thing that I'm not very happy about is how much fertiliser we've just used. Fertiliser in the spreader, I was kind of banky on that if we had any fertilising contracts, we had we had fertiliser to go, we didn't have to buy any. So what we are going to do is, after this last, what will it be, 2 passes or 1 pass and then that little bit to get, we will just look online, see if there is any contracts that need doing, because I would just like to get a little bit of something in before we start drilling again. Because like I say, we're going to put barley into the field beneath us, and then we also need to get some grass seed put into our grass field. That's if we can drill it with grass. I'd be surprised if we can now, but it's certainly something that we would like to do. So let's just get this little bit here, like so. We'll fold this up, and we'll have to change this to barley now. Yeah, and then like I say, it's going to very much be try and find something just to bring sort of a few £1,000s back into the bank account. So we'll just park this here for now, and we'll get online and see what there is. So I think the best option is we'll go help David. We'll go get his field cultivated. It's only 4 acres, and we have just bought that 6-metre cultivator. So we'll accept that, and then we want to turn this off before this clocks up any more hours, because we've got it for the first hour for free, but any hours after that we've got to pay for. So where is our John Deere? We'll jump into this. We'll have to remember to put the front weight on. So get in here, let's drop the spreader off. First things first, front weight, like so. And now let's move back onto here. We should have enough power to power this. That's the whole reason why we got it. So lift it up, and that should now be folding. And yeah, we don't look too bad there. So we will just take a little shortcut, because we can go right round, but if we go through our field here, one, it puts us going uphill, and we've kept traction on the front, so I think that weight's more than adequate. And yeah, we just cut out this bit going through here. Right, let's get up and try find where David's field is, and we'll get this job done for him. I should have brought you all back a lot sooner, because this is a very scenic and beautiful route to our oh god. It is a very beautiful route up to here, but what is it with them not harvesting their fields? It's just another absolute waste. So I'm guessing we're just turning this over. So we'll get steering assist on, we'll drop that down and try and make this field look a lot better than what it was. I know one thing, we won't want anything smaller than 6 metres for this area. There's some places you'd get away with a 3-4 metre, but here definitely not, and we're pulling this very nicely.
This here's a country song I wrote in 5 minutes. All I need's a truck, a girl, and beer up in it. I rhyme not with all right and me with free, and throw in mama just to make it deep. There's a dog on the porch and boots on my floor. Got heartbreak, fried steak, and a screen door. I ain't been to church, but I'll name check God right before I talk about my cousin Todd. This is a country song with a banjo sound. I repeat one line and slow it down, then yell yee-haw like I mean something, while my uncle two steps with a chicken or something. Ain't got a plot, just singing along to this poorly structured country song. I gotta mention whiskey 'cause it rhymes with frisky.
That hasn't been a bad little job, to be fair. 4 and a bit acres with a 6-metre cultivator. I know I wouldn't want to do it with anything smaller, that is for sure. But there we go. So we are done. So we'll lift that up and get that folded. And if we just pulled out of the field, we'll get the invoice sent to David and get him to pay it straight away for us. Because as soon as he does, we're going to have to order another bag of fertiliser and somehow get that to the farm. So cultivating completed for David. Let's collect. Yes please. So that's 4,668. Right, let's get online and buy 1 bag of fertiliser. And I just need to figure out how to get this back now. So we've got the pickup over at the store, but whatever happens, it means we have to go back to get it. And to go back to get the pickup would mean us going back in this tractor or going back in the Clas tractor. I don't want to use up too much with the Clas tractor. So we could go with the load all to go fetch it back. Oh, I missed a turning. We could go with the load all to go fetch it. Well, to be fair, you can turn up there as well, but we'll take this one. Yeah, so it's the load all, this, or go with the Clas. This is the big dilemma. If we could get back to the dealership, then we could put it in the back of our pickup. But then the only problem then would be is when we go back to return the Clas, we have no vehicle to get us back to our house. It's a young man's game. Is this contracting? Doing it on your own and getting here, there and everywhere. You know, you're taking all the risk, you're doing all the work, and it's certainly not easy going. The sooner that we can afford another tractor and to employ another lad, it will be invaluable. And what's happened up here? We've had a bit of a crash. We'll have to be safe. You alright? Are you sure? What happened? You're on the wrong side of the road. Ah, are you from Europe? Or America? Alright, we'll let you off then. You alright? You lizard. Well, there's not much really for it, bar taking the Clas back and loading up like that. I think that's going to be the easiest thing for us to do. I can't see making it easier any other way. Or we're just going to have to hope that we don't incur another fee. If we do incur another fee, I do think we should be, monetary wise, we should be alright, one would hope. But we've got to, it's one of them, we've got to be very, very thankful that we got it for the first hour for free. So let's just put that back into here. And we can take that off. Let's turn this off. We'll get back into the Clas. I'll go get this bag of fertiliser from the store and I'll meet you at our big field just here, the one that we harvested this year, and we'll get that start getting barley in there. So I'm leaving the grass field to last, and hopefully we've got enough seed, and if we've got enough fertiliser we'll be able to do it. But with the grass field I would like to roll it as well, because if we don't roll it, I think you lose. You can't get the rolling stake back unless you were to re-drill it again. So unless you can use I forget what it's called now, the maintenance roller, where it gets you some fertilizer instead. Unless we can use that, I don't know. But we're not going to have, one, we're not going to have the money, and two, we're not going to have the time to roll these two this year. So we'll just get this one drilled, get the grass drilled in the bottom. Hopefully the expense that we will most likely incur for the tractor and the drill, I'm hoping it doesn't bankrupt us. I am really hoping that when we come to this next harvest, that we make some serious money out of these two fields, because we are fertiliser, we are using so much, it's unreal. See, there is now another bag gone, and we've hardly got anywhere. So we may need, what, 2 bags to do the rest of this, which again we just don't have the money for. So we either take a loan, which if we have a look and see what they're offering, so at the minute it's a 3.6%. So if we, what do you say, 20,000 maybe, and do that over the year, so that's a monthly repayment, so we're not paying much more. I think that could be a good idea, because then we can if we take that loan, like I said, it's only for a year, so we'll be rid of it. So if we take that loan and then look at another 2 bags of fertiliser, so he'll just have to ignore that lime bag. I don't know why that's happened, but anyways. So we'll get 2 bags of fertiliser, which will then mean that we will take this to the store, load it up, and then we should be able to get this done, one would hope. So we've got the 2 bags of fertiliser in, and I'm thinking a quick change of plan, because if we were to do this field last, we would still have some seed in here, so we would either have to take it out at the dealership and find a way to get it back, or we'd have to drill this, go back to the yard over there to empty it, to then come back again. So I believe that these 2 bags of fertiliser that we've just got should be more than enough for what we need to finish off. If it's not, then I don't really know what to do. If it's not enough, we may just leave it, and when we eventually acquire a sprayer, we may then have to look at spraying the fields, just to finish off spraying, or we can use our spreader. But I think that's the most feasible thing to maybe look at doing, and I don't think we're going to get a roller for this field. I think for the size it is, we can probably look at getting a paddock roller at some point, using that to roll it, but I think apart from that there isn't too much point, I don't personally think. And if we get time, just because I don't want to rely on this loan too much, if we get time, there is a mowing contract that we can go and do. which that'll just help just to keep some of the money, keep the money coming into the bank account, because we just got to be so careful. But it's times like these where if you had that other tractor and another person, you could put them on, they could go into that field and start doing the contract, where yes, you're paying them a wage, but they're earning you money. You know, so the money that they're earning, you can pay their wage through to them. I love this drill and I love this tractor. We're going to have a serious look. If we need a second tractor, this could very well be the one. I know it is very slow, but for the likes of work like this, it's just invaluable. You know, if you want to go cultivating or go drilling or anything like that, this would be the tractor that you would go take. And then it leaves the John Deere free for any jobs like mowing, fertilising, all that sort of thing, leading. You know, so it also means that if we were to hire a member of staff, come harvest, one's in the combine, one's in the tractor. So I am going to seriously consider, because especially with it, well, seriously consider this, because especially it's 285, that's a field done, if you didn't realise. It's 285 horsepower. You can also put a front PTO on it, which is very helpful. This was one thing with the Class, with some of the Class machines, is, do you see how it's protruding out the back? Some others, that's right in wheel, so when you're turning you get caught on it, whilst with this you don't, so you can turn sort of on a sixpence, which is just so handy. We did get hit with leasing fees, so our £20,000 and all we've bought is 2 bags of fertiliser is now down to just under 12,000. So let's empty potatoes. Okay, where did the fertiliser go? There's definitely some fertiliser in there somewhere. But right, we will take this back to the store and we can go gather our pickup back up. So we just want to turn left into here. I have noticed on some of the videos I say, look, we're going to have to turn right into here, meaning that we're actually turning left, but saying that we're turning right into here. Does that make sense? It has made me laugh the odd time I've seen myself do it. But right, we will take this back. They have told us not to leave them outside anymore, but if we bring them into here, just open the door. Well, we should have really washed it off for them, but oops, they may not be so kind in leasing again. So there, we'll turn that off. So that's now all ready for them. We'll go jump into the pickup and we may take that bag of lime back with us. We will just have to be very careful on this drive back, because there'll be a fair, you'll think it's 2,000 litres, it's almost 2 tonne in the back of our pickup. We'll get this back. We could do with, I have seen somewhere that if we either use the lime up, it may get that lime bag out to the store, or we've got to look on the XML somewhere. That somewhere though I cannot find. Alright, but right, let's turn left. and yeah, I'll meet you back at the farm. So when we pull into the farm, we will just have to get the telehandler out so that we can then take this bag off and get this under cover. We will put it with our other bag that's just in the store, but what I may try and do is if I load them into the spreader now and then unload them, see if that gets rid of that bag of fertiliser, bag of lime, sorry. Well, no idea. If anyone else knows, please do let me, please do leave a comment below for me. Right, we'll just reverse this into the shed and then we can call that a do for the day. And then with our fields, the only real job we've got to do left now is, I think it's just weeding now. So if we go onto our map, there's our £20,000 loan. Go onto our map now. So we have barley, canola, and then obviously grass down in here. I would like to at some point purchase some of these fields. Definitely that one's very, very nice on side of the river, definitely that one. And maybe even 32 maybe even be a very good one, being close to the river, along with getting field 33, which that is 15 acres. 38's 18, but you're taking into account of all this, so it would be, I think that may be just slightly bigger than far, like field wise. And then this one up here, that's 14 and a bit. What was this one? 15. Yeah, so that's slightly smaller, and that's got all this sort of extra bit of land. So it would be quite nice to get this field 33, but if you look at the soil's rubbish. It sort of seems to be the higher up you go. Sandy loam 100%, so that's not the greatest. Sandy loam everywhere. Sandy loam, what's 51? Sandy loam. You're going to have a job to find. Oh, there we go. So 36, so does that mean 50? No. What's 15? No, these aren't any good. So 36, what's 37 like? 36, 37, so does that mean there's loam coming through here? Because this is, let's just have a quick look on here. So it seems to me that loam is coming down. So we're not going to find any there. This will be loam. Sunday, so it's all these fields here. So if we're to target any fields, we want field 40, 41, 37. So we are going... That's very handy how it sort of tells you that and shows you that. Here, Sandy loam. Yes, Sandy loam. Oh, there's some loam here. So where does this loam must cut across then? So does field 13 have some? Field 1, none. So there is loam going down here and loam coming down here, and then this middle down by the river seems to be very, very bad. But anyways, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.